I'm John Bollinger with Premier Guitar. Today we're doing a review demo of the Fender Hot Rod DeVille ML 212. ML as in Michael Landau. Now Michael Landau, as most of you might know, is an incredible guitar player, known for not only incredible playing but great tones. And so he and Fender kind of reworked what is now kind of a classic Fender amp and came up with something that I think is far better than the original. I'll tell you all about it. Let me first tell you about everything in the signal chain. I'm playing my 1994 Fender Telecaster. I bought this thing brand new over 20 years ago when we were both young and pretty. Now we're a bit worse for wear, but still working. I'm running this into a tube screamer. It's not engaged right now, but we'll get into that later on. And then running into the DeVille. The DeVille is being mic'd with the Royer R121 mic, and that's running into an FG Quartet and then into Pro Tools. Also, the DeVille has a effects loop, and in that I'm running a T-Rex delay. I'm not running it right now, but we'll get into that later just to show how it sounds with taking pedals. Here's a few of the features. It comes with a bright and boost switch. When we came in, I actually had the boost switch engaged. It also has a internal variable bias control that helps you kind of dial in the tone you want. It has a great reverb. It's just that classic Fender-y kind of reverb. And here's a cool departure from the original DeVille. It comes with two Celestion V speakers, which I think speak really well. It's a great match with this. They're warm, but they break up well. And another cool departure is where the original DeVille had a clean and dirty channel. This has two channels that don't really think of them as clean or dirty. Think of them more like a blackface amp. The way I'm using it, and I'm using this on Landau's recommendation, what he says he does, he'll run one on about 4 and the other one at about a 5 or 6 and switch accordingly. Now when you switch channels, you're going to get a little more volume and a little more grit, but it's not much like a blackface, like a blackface Fender amp. It's not like an over-the-top overdrive, just a very alive amp that's just starting to break up. And it takes pedals really well. So I tell you what, why don't I just spin a few knobs and you can hear what it sounds like. So when we came in, I had the EQ completely flat and I was in volume 2 at about 5.5 with the boost engaged. I also had the Reverb up at about 3. So it's a great, just kind of starting to break up sound, almost like a Keith Richards sound or like a Brad Paisley Telly kind of sound. But you see, when you bring down your volume, it's perfectly clean. So it works out really well. Very expressive sounding. Now I'm going to take off the boost and put it in the other channel, which is at about 4. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and engage this delay so you can hear what the effects loop sounds like. Now I'm going to turn on the tube screamer and you can hear how it takes pedals. Tube screamer on. So man, that's really expressive. It's great that you can have that very overdriven sound and just kind of work your volume on your guitar to control it. I'm a big fan of Fender Reverb, and this amp does Verb really well. Let me show you what it does. It has everything from subtle to like way more than you'd ever need. So let's kind of explore that a bit. I'll turn it up a little bit and you can hear it. Then you can turn it all the way up and get crazy surf sounds. Still ringing. Not sure if that's a sound you're going to use a lot, but it's great to have it. Well, you know how we do here. I'm going to turn it all the way up and see how it sounds. I have it in channel 2, and then eventually I'll even turn on the boost and the effects loop and see what happens. Here we go. Now that's with no tube screamer, that's just the amp. And man, for me, I don't know if I want it any dirtier than that. So if turning an amp up is how you get your dirt, this does it really well. So those are the basic details on the Fender Hot Rod DeVille ML. To read the full written review, go to premierguitar.com, and while you're online, make sure you like us on Facebook and subscribe to our ever-growing YouTube channel. We will keep you up to date on all the cool new gear that's out there. This is John Bollinger. Peace out.
Don't forget to sign up for PG Perks, your all-access pass to exclusive gear giveaways and discounts on premierguitar.com.